What is up, guys? Now, I'm the Original Comic, and right now we're going to be talking about something juicy, something that's hit the web over the last day and is blowing up on the Twitter, on the garbage that is BuzzFeed, and social media as a whole, and that is Aladdin. Aladdin is stooped in controversy, and they're just digging their holes, it seems, unfortunately, for a film and a character that I really like. Not just because he is brown. So apparently there's been another whitewashing call, and this is because this lad called Billy Magnuson, someone who I personally really like. I like him, I like his charisma, I think he has a great look, and I think the dude can do a lot in the industry. I think he's pretty talented. That's only from me seeing him in like 4 or 5 things, I guess, but he is a very strange draw to him on screen, and I like watching him whenever he is on screen. He has this magnetism. For me, everyone's different. Some people might not like the guy at all, but it was okay in Into the Woods, and Into the Woods as a film was a bit overrated for me, so wasn't too keen on that, but he was good in Bridge of Spies, the role he did have, and the one which actually took me by surprise was The Big Short. Considering he had like 5 minutes of screen time in the whole film, he did really well with that time, and he's a face that stuck in my mind for the last 2 years, like a huge amount, and not just because I've seen the film like 15 times. I would say if you haven't seen The Big Short, you should see The Big Short, because if you don't understand financial markets or the economy as a whole, it will sort of help the layman, like someone who doesn't know anything about stuff, get like to a C grade understanding of how the world works, I guess. Billy the Kid has been cast in Aladdin. Now, I would understand to a point if he'd been cast in an Arab role from the film and they decided to make him white. I would understand that. Like the Tom Hardy rumors for Jafar, yeah, I'm not keen for that because it's just like, not really making sense. I did see a path for Jafar being white making sense though, to be fair. I thought he could have been a foreigner who had all these magic and tricks, and the Sultan was like, I want you to be my advisor. Bad decision making in the long run, but you know, I do see the logic there. But this one is completely different because they are creating an entirely new character. It's not like they're whitewashing one from Agrabah. The dude's playing a prince, okay? The dude is playing a prince. The man's probably one of the guys the Sultan shows Jasmine before she meets Aladdin. I don't know, maybe the dude's a rival for him in the first third of the film, maybe the first 2 acts. But seriously, if the character was Asian, Middle Eastern to start with, and they made, oh, that was horrible, my voice went, and they made him white, I understand the whitewashing calls. I do, to an extent. But they're making a new character. This is my whole problem with comics now. You don't need to redo a character that is a white character and just make them black or Chinese or Muslim or a woman just for the sake of making them that, you know? You can make a new power set and make a new character as a whole. You don't need to retcon all these characters for decades and just chuck them down the bin like they're nothing. You know, that's why Marvel's having a problem. Let's not lie, that is why Marvel is having a problem. So Disney, Billy, please, for the sake of God, do not buckle under this, okay? I know that Ed Serkin had a bit of a thing last week with the Hellboy reboot. He was playing an Asian character and then he found out as Asian. He reneged on the role. He said he didn't want it anymore. That is a big thing for him to do, but to be honest, he's probably furthered his career by doing that. That was a very clever thing. That marketing ploy, as soon as I heard that, I was like, that's really clever. You know, Hellboy isn't really going to do huge bucks at the box office. You know, it might do 100 million, 200 million, but by doing this, he has just won a huge amount of heart with like Hollywood. So it makes sense. The dude's made a strategic choice, and on top of it, he was getting some backlash. But you know what? He's done a good job, and I think Ed Serkin's also a very good actor overall. So I mean, he wasn't great in in Hitman 47. I don't think it was. Or was it the new Hitman? I can't remember the name of the film. He wasn't great in that, but as a whole, he has a good presence about him. And let's just quickly go back to the Aladdin thing. Not everyone knows where this story even comes from. People are saying you're ripping off the material by putting in a white guy. It's just a foreign prince, guys. Like, it's not a big deal. It doesn't matter. Like, the original Aladdin was freaking Chinese, and he wasn't even in the original books. He was written in by a French guy in the 1700s. It's not even like they're making something out of nothing because it's already changed to Middle East and South Asia from the East Asian origin of the story. Like, just be logical here. Please, please, please. I hate stupidity. I really do. Stop doing it. So yeah, that's really it. It was a bit of a rant. A bit of saying, Billy Magnuson, do what you need to do, bud. Mina Masood, I think that's his name now. I know his name. Never seen him anything. But you know what? Do your best. Because, well, it could lead you to a lot more roles. Actually, you're probably going to be known now for playing Aladdin. So, good on you, bud. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then Jafar himself is gonna come after you. And you don't want that, no, you really don't. So just subscribe anyway to avoid that. Now, I've been Narendra the Comic. You have been great, and we'll see you next time. Skadoosh.